wait, I have a video to make. I'll talk to you later, but you gave me a really good idea. All right, see ya. I gotta go. What's happening, intro to video students? This week what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on making some content for Heron TV. Now, for those of you that are feeling a little shy and don't wanna appear on Heron TV, that's totally okay, but you're still gonna need to make the video and keep it in your portfolio. So please hand it in and just put a note next to it that says, please don't use this on Heron TV if that's something you're not interested in. So today what we're gonna do is we are going to do a joke of the day. Now, the fun of a joke of the day is not that it is a cheesy joke. Everybody loves a good cheesy joke, but it's all about making that joke work well. So today what we're gonna do is we are gonna do some transitions with our joke, and these transitions are not fancy at all. They are all done in camera. So the very first transition you probably already noticed was the change scene just by walking off frame. So at the beginning of the shot, I walked from one frame into this frame, and you can see that that creates a transition that you're gonna use. All right, let's get to transition number 2. And here is your second transition. All you have to do when you wanna start and end a scene is have the lens of your camera covered. So I was just out in another location, I covered that camera, and then when I came to my new location, I started off by revealing what I'm going with, and you can do that transition, so you're gonna work in that transition number 2, the reveal, into your joke also. So the third transition we're gonna do, I call the whip pan, right? So what we're gonna do is you're gonna start with a camera on you, and then you're going to whip the camera out of frame into your next shot. So let me demonstrate how it goes. Hey, why do basketball players hate going on vacation? I don't know. Why do basketball players hate going on vacation? Because they don't want to get called for traveling.
Traveling!
What are you talking about? That was a Euro step. Hi everybody, and welcome back to another video. I hope you had a great first week back at school if you've been doing the hybrid model. I've probably seen some of you in a science class. That's right, I am in the building on Mondays and Thursdays teaching for Miss Nord Nelson. So if you happen to walk past room 107, poke your head in and say hello, or actually maybe just from the hallway. I'm not sure that they're gonna let you poke your head in, but either way, it's going to be great to actually start seeing you guys in person. All right, so the introduction and the rest of this video was all filmed back in November because it all relates to the transitions that you're going to be using for the joke of the day, although I did throw a new cheesy dad joke in for you, so you're welcome. So this week you're going to make a video, and we're going to use WeVideo in order to do it, so let's get started. So as you saw in the introduction, we are going to be working on those in-camera transitions. I'm going to break each one down step by step. So you are going to find a joke of the day and you're going to film it using all 3 of those transitions, right? So we're going to use that walk into frame, we're going to use a cover reveal, and we're also going to use the whip pan. So we're going to try all 3 of those transitions and see how they work. You don't need to worry about making the titles or adding music. I'll do all of that. But any sound effects that you want to do to enhance your joke, as well as editing those transitions, you're going to need to take care of. We're just going to edit a video so that we can have a joke of the day that we can use on Heron TV. So if, like I said before, if you don't want to put your joke on Heron TV, just leave a note attached to the assignment saying that you don't want it to air. But I think it would be a lot of fun. The more student involvement we have on Heron TV, the more fun that we have with it, the more the community enjoys it. So I challenge you to step out of your comfort zone and go ahead and submit something for Heron TV. It would be great. Okay, so let's jump into explaining each one of those transitions. So the first transition we're going to look at is the walk into frame. Just as it sounds, all you need to do is set up a camera, filming yourself, and then walk off frame. Now, pay close attention to which direction you walked, because then what you're going to do for your next shot is you're going to set up the shot, and then you're going to walk into that frame from that same direction. When you go to edit it, you just end your shot as you're leaving one frame. You start your next shot with you entering that frame, you edit them all together, and it just magically looks like you walked from one scene into another. So get creative with how you want to do this. There are lots of fun ways to do this. You can even do this with doorways. That's kind of a fun thing where you open up one door and then you cut to another door that you're opening up. So think about how you can just stack 2 continuous shots together to make a cool transition that works pretty nicely. Okay, the next one that we're going to look at is the cover reveal. So cover reveal you probably saw on Herring TV just a few weeks ago. You're going to start with your hand over the camera, right? If you're using a webcam or a cell phone, it's pretty easy just to cover with your thumb. If you're using a DSLR with a larger lens, you have to be a little more creative with it. But you're going to start off with your hand covering that shot, and then you're going to pull it away. And when you do, all of a sudden you have revealed. Now, when you cover again, you've covered, and then you could go to another scene and reveal out of that one. So get creative with how you can use this. This is a great way to just transition between two parts. Let's say that you're the only actor and you want to be in the joke twice. You could cover reveal each time to wearing a different outfit. And then you could have it look like you have two different people talking to each other. That could work. It's entirely up to you. I know that there are a lot of examples of these on TikTok, if that's a place where you already watch a lot of videos. Maybe just do a Google search for cover reveal transition. You can see all sorts of things that you can do with this transition. So pretty basically. All right, the last transition we're going to do is going to be the most difficult to do with a cell phone. As you can see in my example here, I was able to record it with a cell phone, but it does look a little smoother if you're using a tripod. I know you don't all have tripods, but try and use that coffee cup tripod that I showed you earlier. So with your phone into your coffee cup, you can then turn, and it essentially acts like a tripod on a swivel. You can see it works much better when you have a tripod to make a really fluid motion, but it's totally fine just to do this. It can almost be a little like a rougher feel, which is kind of a neat transition to use anyways. So you just whip in quickly with a phone and then whip out. And then for that next shot, do the same sort of thing. Whip in one direction and then whip away. And in that motion blur, as you're moving, you're going to cut. So your one shot ends with motion blur and your next shot starts with motion blur. When you line the two up together, it just looks like one continuous piece of blur that then stops, and now you're in a new location. So we have all three of those transitions, right? The walk into frame, the cover reveal, and the whip pan that I want you to try for this week's joke. Even if you're not making something for Herring TV, just go ahead and put together these transitions. I still want you to do a joke. I still want you to try some creative ways to just make a video at home using the tools that you have. All right, now, when you're filming a joke of the day, or actually while you're filming any skit for that matter, you want to remember that you're going to be editing later, and the order in which you do things is not all that important, and it's not even important that you didn't mess up at any point through it. So when you're editing a joke, and you're going to take a look at this one that I have right here with Miss Pearson and Miss Martinez, we actually had them do the lines 3 times in a row.
Hey, Miss Martinez, what are you doing? I'm trying to remember. I have a science test that I'm studying for, and I have to remember all these chemical compounds. I do remember water, though. It's HIJKLMNO. What? Yeah, Mr. Lippert said it's H2O. Hey, Miss Martinez, what are you doing? I'm trying to study for my test. Hey, Miss Martinez, what are you doing? I'm studying for my science test. Mr. Lippert said it's H2O. Hey, Miss Martinez, what are you doing? I'm trying to study for my science test. I have a big science test. I have to remember all these chemical compounds. Oh. I do remember water, though. It's HIJKLMNO. What? Yeah, Mr. Lippert said it's H2O. Hi! Hey, Miss Martinez, what are you doing? Yeah, it's H2O.
Huh? Hi! All right, so the first shot was just set up looking at both of them from a medium angle so that both are in the shot and you're able to see them delivering dialogue. Then what I did is repeated the joke 2 more times, each time with a close-up on one of the different actors. This way, when we go to edit, you've got options for cutting from a wide shot to a close-up, back to another response, right? And you've got all sorts of ways of making it look like you've got multiple cameras filming something, even though you're just using one camera. If you want to film with multiple devices, you can, which works great, but it works just fine for doing multiple takes on your joke. Then what you can do is you can add sound effects and other things like that, and you can make yourself a joke that looks very polished. Now, please do not just do a one camera angle joke. That is not the point of this activity, right? When we're producing things for Heron TV, we want it to really take our video skills to the next level, and that's why we started with multiple angles, and that's why we use multiple angles in any video project. So it's really important that you're cutting from one shot to the other, not just having one continuous take, right? And then to raise the bar a little bit, we're going to try and work in all three of these transitions. If you're really stuck on how to use those transitions in the joke, that's totally fine. Just try and maybe have an intro to your joke that works in these transitions. You could have someone introducing, hey, it's time for the joke, and then you whip pan into yourself telling the joke, right? You could cover reveal into it the same sort of way, or just even a walk into frame. But I want to see you use all three of these transitions because we're going to be using these transitions and other similar transitions in future videos. All right, so I want to show you how to edit this in WeVideo. And so what we're going to do is you're going to start off by going to the school's website. I know lots of you are already doing this, but a number of you are turning in projects that have a giant watermark over the top, or you're using some editing software that I've never seen before. And I just want to make sure you all know that you have access to a free video editing software called WeVideo. So let's all use this one for this project. So you're going to go to the Happy Valley Middle School website if you've never logged in before, and you're going to go to Students and then to Class Link. Once you go to Class Link, you're going to enter your username and password, and it's going to show you all the apps that you have access to. So you've got District Systems, Google Apps, Online Curriculum. We're going to go to WeVideo. You're going to open that up, and it's going to look something like this, right? You want to be in the timeline editor, not the basic editor, because that's what I'm going to be demoing everything from. So we're going to create a new video. So where do I want to save it? I'm just going to save it in my titles for HTV. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to hit start editing, and now I'm going to make my movie. So I'm going to drag and drop from the library above. So what I need to do is I need to import my footage first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the footage. I recorded it all on my cell phone, and I have copied it to my Mac with AirDrop. If you are using your Chromebook, you can put it into your Google Drive, and then you can import from Google Drive. But just for this, I will show you, because I have it all copied to my computer already, how I am going to import all of this media by hitting Import. And I'm going to browse to select. I'm going to go to my downloads. It should be all of my recent things. So if I could go into a list, and it's going to be all of these clips. By the way, here's a little tip for you. If you're ever using a Mac and you hit the top and the bottom thing in a list, while holding Shift, you can select everything. So I'm going to hit Open, and now it's all going to start importing into my computer. Into WeVideo, it's going to take a minute because it has to upload. So yeah, let's hang out while it's doing it. I guess I could do other things like clean up my desktop or check my email or catch up on grading. Maybe I could just watch cat videos on the internet. The options are endless. Oh, cutie. Who bathes the cat? I don't know. Let's check my progress. It's gonna take a little while. Guess I got more cats videos to watch. All right, so now that my footage is uploaded and I've had my share of cat videos, it's time to show you how to edit this project. So what I'm gonna do is go to the first shot I wanna use, which was me sitting here reading this. Find a part where it looks like I am ready to get going. I'm gonna hit the I button. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna drag it on to, okay, sorry, I don't edit with WeVideo all that often, but I'm gonna do it today. All right, so I'm gonna drag my entire clip in here to the video one line, and I'm gonna play it. It's preparing my preview. It's going to take just a second, hopefully not too long. There we go. Look like I'm reading nicely. So I'm going to hit the scissors button, and then I'm going to cut, get rid of it. Now my clip starts. I'm going to walk out of frame.
That's a good one. I'm going to go tell Mr. Oliver.
As soon as I leave the frame, I'm going to hit the scissors again. cut. There we go. All right, so my next video that I'm going to put on here will be, oh, I guess they come in reverse. So here's me telling the joke. All right. And I'm going to use the scissors a couple times for this one. So I don't need the very beginning. I can back up just a hair, hit the scissors. I can delete that.
Want to hear a joke?
All right, and then I'll hit the scissors again.
How did the hipster burn her mouth?
Hit the scissors again.
She was drinking a latte before it was cool.
Hit the scissors again, and then I can delete that last part. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my other parts, and I'm going to put these on the video 2 line. That way I have room to move things around. So now I'm going to have my responses. I have to find it. Did it in a couple different takes. Oh, actually, I think I said this one wrong.
Sure, why not?
Oh, actually, I can do that part. So I'm going to put this on video 2. I'm going to play it until I get to sure, why not? That looks good. Cut. Delete.
Sure, why not?
Cut.
That's a good one.
And I want to use that too.
Nice.
Oh, wait. Is that how I did that? No, let me undo what I just did. Command Z lets you undo. I'm going to whip the camera at the end of this clip, so watch me do this.
That's a good one. Nice.
Okay. That's good. I will cut it. I don't need the rest of this footage, I don't think. Oh, although, actually, no, I kept it rolling. So, let me get to where I whip into my shot. That's good. I'm going to back up just a hair. By the way, I'm using the left and right arrow keys in order to make that work easier. So none of this I need. Delete. And
that was your joke of the day.
then I'm going to cover it. Oh.
Joke of the day.
And that's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to put those in order. Actually, there's another part that I had because I forgot to say the joke back. So let me try it again. So I'm going to put that in. Cut. And I think I did that wrong. But there's fine. Cut.
I don't know. How did the hipster burn her mouth?
I'll cut. I don't want that one. I don't want that one.
I don't know. How did the hipster
Seems to be
burn her
working
mouth?
just fine. I don't know what this is. Oh, I don't think I even...
I love dad jokes.
Oh yeah, I used that at the end too, right? So there's my cut, delete, boom. All right, this should be pretty good. So it has me leaving the couch. Let's try this again. Leaving the chair, heading to the couch. So I go off frame. Now I'm going to take this clip and I'm going to move it right up to it. Now it has me sitting down. Now I think that was a little too long, so I'm going to shorten it just a little bit. Now it's a smooth motion.
Want to hear a joke?
And then I say, yeah, sure. So I'll just bring that over.
Sure, why not?
And then I say something else.
How did the hipster burn her mouth?
And then I say, I don't know. How did the hipster burn her mouth? Oops. Insert and push works too. All right. Try that again.
How did the hipster burn her mouth? That's a good one.
Oh, wait. That goes at the end there. This one, maybe?
And that was your joke of the day.
Maybe it's here. I had it somewhere in here.
I don't know.
There it is. That's going to go here. That'll go next to it. That'll go next to it.
That's a good one. Nice.
All right, and then as it spins, I'm going to have the blur. This is the most important part about a whip pan.
That's a good one.
Is that you make it look fluid from one end of a whip to the other.
Yep.
See how that wasn't very fluid?
Nice.
So I can't tell.
Nice.
And by the way, you can zoom in, Command and plus. No, never mind. There is a way to zoom in on this. It's not Command and plus. It's this little bar down here. I'm going to drag in so I can see all the elements of it. So I'm going to slide in. All right, let's try this again.
Nice.
So I like the beginning of that. That whips really nicely. It starts to get a little wonky, so I will just cut it there. And then now let's watch the next clip.
And that was your.
And that was fine, so I'm just going to slide it over. Let's see what that looks like.
And that was your joke of the day.
All right, so then I cover my hand, and then I remove with the dad joke book, which I think is on this one. Oh, no, that was something else. Did I film that? I don't remember. I think you guys get the idea of how I can do the joke now. Let's watch it from the beginning. And we'll see if it has all the edits we like.
That's a good one. I'm going to go tell Mr. Oliver.
Want to hear a joke?
Sure, why not?
How did the hipster burn her mouth?
I don't know. How did the hipster burn her mouth?
She was drinking a latte before it was cool.
All right, so I waited a little too long on that one, so I'm going to shorten it just by dragging the end. Move this over. I want to be laughing right away. So that's where I start laughing. Scissors, highlight, cut, move it over.
That's a good.
All right, so I know this is going on and on.
That's a good one. Nice. And that was your.
Did I lose the end?
And that was your joke of the day.
And then I think I forgot to cut over the clip that had, maybe it's this one. Oh yeah, it is this one. I'm gonna put this in here.
Hey.
This is my final clip. I'm gonna cut it here so that I've covered the black and then it starts black.
Dad jokes. Oh yeah.
And then I can cut it again and I'm finished. And there's my joke. So for this joke, you don't need to worry about adding things like titles. We already used our titles project from last time. I can use some of those titles and add them in. I guess if you want to make a title, go for it. I'm not going to hold you back. Then what I would do is I would zoom out so I can see my whole project. I can slide this over. All right, I still have this. What the heck? Did I still have one more clip on another line? I think I did. Where was it? Oh well. So there's my joke. I don't need this anymore. This is... All right, so I have my joke. I'm pretty much ready to go. Now I could do some fine tuning to this. I could go in and I could adjust volume levels since I was different distances away from the microphone.
That's a good one. I'm going to go tell Mr. Oliver.
Want to hear a joke?
So these clips seemed a little quiet to me. So what I can do is click on it, go to the speaker, and then I can just turn the volume up for that part. Did that just get louder?
Want to hear a joke?
No, that didn't work. I can double click on it and I can go to the speaker and then audio level. I could say put this at 175. Save changes. Let's hear it now.
Want to hear a joke?
Sure, why not?
How did the hip...
So this was also going to be 175. You could do the exact same thing. Guess double clicking, going to volume. 175, save changes. I'm going to do the same thing on this clip. Double click. Volume. 175. Save changes.
That's a good one.
And actually, you know what? As I look back, I don't really like me getting up from the camera.
Before it was cool.
I'm gonna just cut it before it was cool. I could.
Before it was cool.
I'll cut it right there. Get rid of that part. I think I can have multiple clips to move over too. Yeah, that's a nice convenient feature.
Cool.
That's a good one. Nice.
And that was your.
All right, so I've got my transitions in my joke and I'm ready to export. So I'm gonna hit the finish button. When you finish, it's gonna ask for a title. This is where I'll call it Latte Joke. Hope it gets a latte laughs. All right, and then set. Then I'm good. All right, you want to click HD 1280 by 720. That's the highest resolution you can get with our account. I hit that little drive icon. You can mark it as public too. Then I'm not going to have a privacy issue if you want to share it with someone. Hit export. It's going to take a few minutes to export, and then you're pretty much good to go. I can review how to add it to Google Classroom also, but you should know this by now because we've done this a number of times. So let me just show you. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up Google Classroom. I need to open up a class that I am a student of so that it would make sense to you. And I am a student of the Media Arts PLC for the district, I think, right? And I have to find an assignment. There we go. So then I'm going to hit add or create from Google Drive, and it should be the most recent thing that's there. Now, it's going to take a few minutes to do this, so it's not going to be ready quite yet. It's going to be ready in 24 seconds, so we can wait this out. By the way, this is turning into a really long video. I'm going to try and fast forward through tons of these parts, but I want to make sure you have all of the skills and knowledge you need in order to start editing your videos. I don't want to see giant watermarks of WeVideo. I want us all to be on the same page so that we can be creating some cool stuff. I also got an email from someone the other day saying, what's a great editing software to use? I recommend WeVideo. I think it works fine. There's different accounts that you can get with it for different things, but check out WeVideo, or if you're enjoying editing with WeVideo, why not keep doing it? If you're a Mac user, I really love Final Cut Pro. It's what we use at school, but it is fairly expensive, and it's not a subscription based. You just have to buy it one time. If you have a very powerful computer, I hear really good things about Adobe Premiere. So maybe if you have parents that already use things like Photoshop, they can kind of get that. So those are some of the ones that I like, but I'm sure there's lots of different other ones too, like DaVinci Resolve, and I think Sony Vega is a pretty decent program. I'm just not familiar with either of those. So, all right, so now it's ready. I could just hit this button to download, but it should also just be in my Google Drive. So let's try this one more time. Oh, there it is, Latte Joke. I'm gonna hit insert. It is attached, and then I'm gonna press turn in, okay? So there you go, that's how you make your joke. Let's hop back to the rest of the video. All right, everybody. Whoa, hello, easy now. Can you relax? We haven't even done the secret word yet. The secret word is chicken. You are the secret word. Are you honored? You should be. All right, guys, remember the secret word is chicken. Don't forget it, it's chicken. It is not turkey, it's chicken. All right, enjoy the rest of the video. Secret word is chicken. That's a good one. I'm gonna go tell Mr. Oliver. Want to hear a joke? Sure, why not? How did the hipster burn her mouth? I don't know. How did the hipster burn her mouth? She was drinking a latte before it was cool. That's a good one. Nice. And that was your joke of the day. Dad jokes. Oh yeah. All right, so now that we've got our 3 different transitions and we're ready to make our joke of the day, your assignment this week is to go find a school-appropriate joke of the day and film it from multiple angles, so film multiple takes of it, and use all 3 of those transitions that we've talked about in your video. So once you're finished, you're gonna upload your video to your folder in Google Drive that's shared with me. If you still don't have a folder that's shared with me, it's time to make one. So go ahead and make a folder in Google Drive by hitting New, Folder, create that folder, put your name and intro to video or IVP or something like that, and then share it with me so that anytime you put footage in it, I'm able to just go straight into your folder. Put your first and last name in the title and include video production somewhere in that title so that I'm easily able to find your work when I'm looking for examples or want to do that. So those are your 3 transitions, right? We have the walk into frame, we have the reveal, and we also have the whip pan. So this week I want you to have fun trying all 3 of those transitions. I can't wait to see the jokes you come up with, and I can't wait to see some more student content for Heron TV. So never stop creating, Herons, and I'll see you in the next video. I love dad jokes. She is sharing her pizza with the cat. That's nasty.